should land on a lot of other people's feet as well too.
Fuck, it was a terrible call. Anyway, let's move on.
Scone,
I'm sure Luke will go better.
We are clearly innocent. What are we saying about clearly innocent?
How good a horse is it? Bar plates off. It didn't look anywhere like near its top, and just did the job again. It's an absolute line chaser, isn't it? It's like it's country Chautauqua.
So where to? Brisbane?
No, they're going out and coming back for the spring, I think.
Everyone keeps talking about the 1400 metre race on Derby Day. I think is just there it is.
What?
Like that's
what, the Group 3?
Oh, I don't know. That's I saw tweets everywhere. It's all like even BZ.
What, just so
all
they can
these
get an
blokes, a
owner's
lot
ticket?
of people
So they can
saying
get an owner's ticket on Derby Day.
What are you saying? It's got no hope in that?
No, I'm just saying that's a very low
Aim.
Yes.
Low aim for horses.
I'll just try, a minor group race
Yeah.
over 1400.
Well, what do you think? Is it an Epsom horse? Are you thinking that sort of thing?
Well, surely if you've,
Is it a Villiers? It's obviously good with a Villiers. It can get a mile.
I suppose that's the question if you can get them
Looks like it can get a mile.
isn't it?
What was
Isn't it just
1300
coming back in
something?
the spring and doing its best? Like, why are we thinking some minor race
Yeah, you're saying set the bar higher.
deep into the spring? What's
Can it come in the spring and just do a happy clapper? Just be thereabouts.
yeah, well,
Oh,
maybe.
Picked up $1.5 million.
$1 million in a week, yeah, just for
Michael
turning up.
Thomas, if it's been no good, if you could send 10 up,
Yeah.
fucking, and I don't mean $10.
He watches the show.
He'd send me up 10 if I asked him.
Anyway, maybe they're being realistic because after all, it's won a country race and a country.
Yeah,
race.
that's right, exactly.
yeah. Well, they're saying they want 2 or 3 starts in the spring and then
Because it
full
hasn't
steam
won
ahead
a
next
city
autumn.
race.
Yeah.
It hasn't won a city race.
That's a fair one.
Yeah.
What are we
It's a
saying?
very promising horse.
It's an outstanding horse. It's just like, it does things that, like it was back on the inside in the championships last,
Oh,
in
no,
the worst
no,
spot,
no,
bar
no,
plates
no,
on,
no,
fucking
awful.
played up,
It was awful.
and went from like 5 to 4 to 11 to 2, and went around like a fours on chance.
I know.
I mean, it's a winner.
I know. What happened at Rosehill second up that day? Like the first up run, fine, there it is, cluttered up on the inside, never seen daylight. Second up in the highway,
Who beat it?
chasing Ocean Grand.
Ocean Grand.
God bless
And,
Ocean Grand.
Yeah.
and
so
my
God
God, it
bless
was
Ocean
never
Grand,
likely.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That's right,
10
yeah.
and 9, Bavdullah, never likely.
Bavdullah? I like that word, Bavdullah. Let's go with it. All right, okay, well, just a good horse going forward. Like, I think we're always going to keep underestimating this horse, and I think he's just going to keep jumping past. That's what I think.
All right, well, what are we saying? The provincial and country championship form is standing up, but it's...
It is standing up. Yeah.
what are we saying about that, Mark?
Well, they've been, where exactly is it standing up? It's standing up in the provincial and the country.
Yeah.
Like Danish Twist has won Hawkesbury.
Yep.
She's won at Scone. I mean, and she's done a good job.
It's just flying.
But I mean, there's a belonging there that I think is assisting the form.
So are you saying maybe don't be jumping into it too much when we see it appearing, obviously you would imagine reappearing at Rosehill on Saturday?
Well, you've got some city form for Danish Twist to be able to assess it. So it's got a profile that doesn't just belong where it's been.
But I'm just saying outside of those couple that when we'll see form on Saturday. Like, going into the road, I'm sure there'll be...
Yeah, we'll see. On Saturday we'll be seeing horses with Hawkesbury next to them and Scone next to them. Well, not so much next week, but in the coming weeks, and that will be interesting.
It's hard to say, just because you've got Hawkesbury and Scone written next to them, you've got to say it's city form though, don't you?
Well, that's the question I'm asking.
It's city form with a twist. It fits, but it doesn't fit.
Well, we would have said, like, clearly innocent and Danish just when they won the provincial championship. We would have said, oh, that's city form with a twist, but it's
That city form with a twist as well.
But
because
it's proven to be-
restricted to...
Yeah, but just saying, what I'm saying going forward is that's the form we've got to work with.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
You
just
sound
saying...
like, you sound like you want to put a negative on it, that's all.
Well, I'm saying it's got a twist to it. It's not regulation.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying... I'm not saying anything.
But it's
saying
like
fucking
form all
Mat
the
2
time.
doesn't look 23.
Form all the time has a twist. You
Just think
think
about that.
it's straight up and down, and you go, well, I actually didn't think of that after the race.
Saying racing in New South Wales, people need pensions. Or deserve them. Alright, Kaepernick flies first up. Did you watch it go? And what about RT? How good did he look on it?
What about you mentioned RT, the two of your better results for the day, Glenn.
Go, Robert.
RT and GM Ryan.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, how do you feel?
Wow,
did you have to have a shower after that, or?
It was like provincial Glen form with a twist. Had to go back and have a quick tub, get a couple of beers in me.
Wow.
What about the whole Scone scene? Like, you go up to Scone because it's a very small town. No one stays in Scone. Everyone stays at Muswellbrook.
Well, there's nowhere to stay in
I know,
Scone, right?
but at the end of the night, like you might get out in the bush at Walking, that you get to the Calcutta, you have a drink, mate. It's just so different.
So there's no infrastructure at Scone.
Yeah.
It's none.
I think it's a lot. I think there might be if you're part of the Blue Riband.
They stay at one of the states.
I got to tell you.
Oh, I think there's a few private parties and things like that for the elite.
Okay.
I'll tell you a great story.
Not for the Glenster.
You'll love this. I'm in Muswellbrook, right? I'm in Muswellbrook, starving, like fucking hungry, really hungry. And I said, Robbie asks me every year. First of all, I'll just take you back. I'm not reading a book, but I read the prologue of a very famous book called Don Quixote. Got that thing.
You sure it's not Don Quixote?
Don Quixote, right? And this is great. You love this. And the bloke who wrote Don Quixote was mate.
Cervantes.
He was born in 1539. He died in 1612. It's a long time ago. It's fucking nearly 500 years ago he was born.
What was his birthday? 15?
39.
Yeah.
Dead in 1612. He lived
That's
to
a good
73.
innings for that time, isn't it?
yeah.
He would have been the oldest bloke
He's a
around.
writer. He just like,
So he's a contemporary of Shakespeare.
sit by the water, you write. It's 7 8. It would take your whole life to write the book. And in the prologue to the Don Quixote book, you can write it. There's a quote he says that basically it says this: in life, if you're down and you're out, nobody wants to know you. And I thought, wow, he wrote that 500 years ago. How true is that? So I'm up at Scone. Oh, Gary. Oh, Rob. That's strange. Rob never asked me for dinner. He always asked me for dinner. What are you doing, Glenn? And I said, Gary Clark is there, and I just said, oh, you doing it? No, I'm just getting on. I said, oh, yeah, good as gold. I went over to the Palmer boys, Matt and his lovely girl. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, we're just going back to Singleton. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Fucking one out. I get into Muswellbrook. I get to a really nice restaurant. It's fucking chockers. You can't get a table anywhere. They said, can you come back in an hour and a half? And I said, I don't think so. And there was Gary Clark eating with Matt Palmer, Pendlebury's, Waterhouse over there. And I just thought, fucking Don Quixote's writer. How right are you? I read that a couple of days before.
Wow.
When you're completely gone, no one wants to know you.
Yeah.
And I walk into a restaurant, it was just chockers with everybody. The only one that couldn't get a little steak was the old Glenster. And so I just walked outside and then someone the next day, Shan Murphy, he was in the thing with his the Pendleburys, and he said, oh, where'd you eat last night? I said, oh, just got some McDonald's. And I sat in the gutter and ate it. It was fucking great. Good old Don Quixote's author, 500 years. It's brilliant. It's just a side story, son. Did you like it?
Another good Scone story.
I love it, and I can't agree.
It was like a wall-to-wall everybody.
Yeah.
Can someone just give me a lick of an oyster? Just something for the battlers? You had to be there.
Oh, dear.
Capernick flies up. He just went enormous. And can I do it again? What about the stable, M2?
What about the stable?
They're going well.
What the hell is going on there?
What's going on?
But it's not uncommon for them to do that.
Yeah, they do have runs
And then,
like that.
and then when they go
They're just unsighted. And their runs normally last for a season, and then when they come back, they're no good. Is that about right?
Yeah, I don't know how to work them out, but when they're hot, and when they're not, they're not.
We're talking about Hawks here in case anybody didn't realise
Manania,
it.
Michael Costa train, we don't see.
Did you train those two winners at Kimber as well?
Yeah, he trained 3 in the day.
But they're all trial horses. They're all like, my God.
Yeah, look, he's a promising trainer, isn't he? I congratulate him. He just brushed
It's
me.
good effort.
He brushed you.
Good effort. First starter, winning
I
a
said,
race.
well done, Michael.
He doesn't see when you
Well,
go.
yeah.
He knows I'm not got any money to buy any horses at the moment, but anyway, I'll put a half bar on him after it.
Oh, really?
So
He's a good mate of MT1.
What does that mean?
Means he doesn't like me.
Yeah, I know that, but what does it mean in relation to his horses? Nothing, is it?
Well, it's a bloody good effort to win that race with a horse first run of the race. It means it's a talented horse. It was checked back to the last defence, pulled left and did the job. It went bloody enormous. Rob Waterhouse asked me about it from the parade ring, and I just look, it's a very nice horse. He said it's out to $6.
You said a bit immature still, though,
A
is
little
it?
bit immature, but geez, it went. I mean, it was $3 to $6, and the market thought it was a bit immature, but it did a really good job. And I was the first to congratulate Michael. I thought it was outstanding work for his business.
Exactly right. Alicinari, or whatever, Illusionari, I should say, was one winner for James McDonald and John O'Shea on the continuing not so good moments for the boys.
Oh, well, they're poking around. They run a place in the SA Derby, and
I tell you
a lot of
how.
one race in Adelaide.
I tell you how fucking grouse punters are. Do you want to read Do you want to know a great stat on punters? The best of all time. It was really balmy up there. A bloke before the first day said, "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "Oh, doing this and that." He said, "Oh, beware of J Mac." And I said, "Oh, what do you mean?" He said, "Oh, both days over 26 of you." And I said, "Oh, what do you mean?" He goes, "On my stats, he doesn't ride a winner when it's over 25.7 degrees."
What?
That's what he said. He said, "I've been watching for months. If it's over 25.7, I've made that the line. Under 25.7, Roger Stacker winners. He said he does not compete on hot days. I watch him all day.
Wow.
It's quite possible. He's like he's fair and.
Yeah, but once we
Kiwi,
start
Scottish.
having to do the form on weather for jockeys, now punters are the grousest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking
Looking for angles. That's what they're doing.
fucking
Looking for angles.
that Hitler wouldn't have lasted 10 years in 2 days in power if there was 4,000 punters there.
Nah, you've just.
Anyway, they would have said, "Listen, mate, no one, you can't have a mow that sort of size." Fucking, you know, they would have just pulled him off the stand.
Hook number 3.
25.7, he said.
Yeah.
Gave me the degree. I went, "Oh yeah," you're great." And then pretty disappointing 2 days with J-Mac.
Yeah.
Both days at 26. So keep that on.
Oh well,
mind
put it
in
this
summer.
way. Put it this way. You're
No,
well in front if you laid J Mac
So,
over the 2 days, aren't
That's
you?
someone else's pearl, but you've brought it to the show.
Just because I just fucking love how intricate it was. Like, whether it's right or wrong, it's just so
And
great.
you thought race speed profiles were a little bit too technical.
Not gonna work. Do we bend J-Mac over before he's put a thermometer up his ass just to see how his body temperature's going?
Well, there was a bit of a debate come through on the old, do we want to see horses' weights? I think that I was seeing that float around on Twitter somewhere. Did you see that, Matt, or whatever?
Not really.
Yeah, yeah.
They do it in Hong
Yeah,
Kong.
but they, I mean,
Did you know? Yeah, they weigh every horse. As,
Oh,
it,
well, everything in Hong Kong's.
as it walks out to parade, it stands on a thing and up goes 602.8, whatever it weighs. And then last started, like that, people go, "Oh, it was 610 loads, lost 8 kilos," and people might think, "Oh, it's fitter," but in a way,
aren't they
I
actually
prefer
trying?
point.
Aren't they
Sometimes
trying to
worse,
refer back to the previous preparation when they were
in Great
on
Racing Nick?
on their game?
Yeah, possibly.
560 kilos when they're on their game. This horse is now trimmed down to 560 kilos. His preparation is ready to do that.
But I know as a human being, when you're a year older, your body weight does slowly go
Yeah.
up.
Okay, you take that
And-
into account as well.
Okay, so there's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
When we have this most delicious product with its 40,000 different angles,
Including temperature.
and even then you get every single one of them worked out. It's Britannica.
Yeah, but it'll give someone else a job.
Anyway, so J-Mac, if he's a little bit warm, apparently.
Yeah, so 20.
Apparently,
Well, we'll draw the line at 26. I don't know how you got it 25.7.
that's what I couldn't work out.
Maybe because he had quite a few at
But when he was
25.6 and he
telling
wanted to
me-
have the stat.
When he was telling me, he was going, "Yeah," and I was just with him going, "I fucking love you. What a champion."
Yeah, that's-
Even thinking that through. Punters, eh?
Clever.
Loving Home all summer long and Serene Majesty, the other winners. We sort of half speed about all summer long with Greg Ryan. Anything to add on those, boys?
Well, Loving Home, it did parade really well and did a good job, but like watching those horses parade and doing the form for those type of races, man, it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
And where's B. Baker to be a player for the $400,000 Inglis Guineas? Restricted to Inglis horses only, and it got a field of 9. That's pretty low, isn't it?
Yeah. No.
And half the field, are just there to make the numbers up.
Yeah, well, it's
Well, I mean, that's how much credit I gave, but I just put it on the others list to talk
Yeah,
about. Really.
because that's the highest prize money race of the carnival, and
It's really what do you got to say about it?
What are
Serene
you gonna
Majesty
say
well
about
back, Glenn. I suppose it's about the only.
It was really well backed.
Yeah.
And the horses up there were well backed, and they did run to the betting ring.
And
So.
supply and demand, I suppose, is the point. Is the disappointing runner out of that race, isn't it?
it was 1,000 to 1,400, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was hard to, it's a nice horse, but that's a chink.
Also, 1,000-metre form. Honestly, you
Yeah.
can't take it anywhere
No.
other than 1,000 metres.
It's just
What about that race at Gosford on Thursday? The 1,000-metre race. Wasn't that a doozy? you know?
Doozy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's about part 1 done with our new man M2.
MC2. There it is.
Anyway,
part
so
one.
yeah, there it is. You sweep it in there.